A correspondent candid with 60 Minutes' Lesley Stahl.
People in China are longing for democracy? Really? I'm surprised that you say so.
Sometimes, in a 60 Minutes interview, a person will drop a bomb and say something that shocks even a veteran correspondent like Lesley Stahl. That's what happened when she interviewed one of China's most famous billionaires, Jiang Xin, for a story about real estate.
For a Chinese living in China, if you ask one thing everyone craves for is what? It's not food, it's not homes. Everyone craves for democracy.
Did you know that she was going to go there?
No, I didn't know she was going to go there. And what she said was not really responding to a question I asked, so it just bubbled up from within her.
We weren't going to even ask about it.
For Lesley's producer, Shahar Baron, doing stories in China sometimes means avoiding politics. Saying the wrong thing could get an interview subject in a lot of trouble with the government.
I mean, the story was about real estate. She didn't have to go there. And all of a sudden, this thing comes out. And all of us are thinking, oh, this is kind of strange. She actually went there. And then she went there again.
Do you think there will be democracy here in 20 years?
Sooner.
Sooner.
For someone to come on American media and just say, we are going to have democracy in China, I don't know that we've ever heard that. We asked her, are you okay? Like, is this fine? And she said, you know, 60 Minutes doesn't come often to China, and I think Americans should know this, and I'm just going to say it.
And it's not the first time Xin has said it.
I say it on my social media too. Because, you know, now that I'm on Weibo, the Chinese Twitter, I see what really matters to people's heart.
Xin tweets on her Weibo account constantly.
It's crazy. She's on the thing all the time.
Here's her Weibo feed. Her husband has one too. Together, they have over 20 million followers.
And, you know, and she tweets from around the world, wherever she is. She spends a fair amount of time telling her followers what's happening around the world.
So she's sort of a little news service.
Yeah, she really is, and her husband is too. He's Donald Trump, and she's more like Arianna Huffington.
But being a news service in China can be tricky. The government still censors the news.
It is absolutely true that in China, not everyone can get CNN freely. You cannot, you cannot watch 60 Minutes freely. And you cannot go on Facebook freely. But in the same time, you also have 500 million people on Chinese Twitter that just talks about anything people want. How can you censor in social media? It's impossible.
Do people feel free here to criticize the government?
Not entirely free. Not like in the US you can say Obama this no good, that no good, Romney no good, this no good. I think what people in China now feel freely and quite comfortably criticizing government's policies. Maybe not personnel.
Of course, criticizing policies and personnel is a favorite pastime in America, especially during campaign season. Xin was watching that play out and tweeting about it every day during the last U.S. presidential election.
14%, and production on gas is down 9%.
One of her most popular tweets says, why pay attention to the U.S. election? Because we can learn from their spirit of freedom.
Every time Obama went on TV to debate with Romney, and some people just watch it and say, when will be the time that our leaders can go on to debate, can talk openly?
Xin even went so far as to spell out key steps to democratic reforms in this tweet.
I had heard that there was some kind of a bargain between the government and the people.
Oh.
You won't be free, but you can be rich.
But it comes with the money. There is a natural freedom.
She said, when you get some money, then you want more. You want more independence. And this thirst that she talks about is growing and growing.
And with more money, you are better educated. And so all those are not something you can quite control.
Because people are getting more wealth, then democracy may be inevitable.
Inevitable.
Because they'll push for it.
That's right. People are longing for it.
What happens is whenever these economies start developing, you have innovators, you have people like her. And innovators can't live in stifling environments. And if an economy wants to grow, it has to give more freedom. And more freedom means democracy.